after viral video emerged last week of a passenger being violently pulled off a fully booked flight, United Airlines in Chicago, in fact, after the company asked for volunteers to leave the plane to make room for more staff members. More accusations of United misconduct have surfaced, putting the airline in the hot seat. Where does the airline giant go from here, aside from hiring an emergency response public relations team, and where do the rights of passengers go as well? The topic is in the spotlight worldwide. I want to bring in a man well known for tackling big business to protect the little guy, Mike Papadopoulos.
You know, I got to tell you something. That whole thing Delta's talking about, we're going to give 10,000. Another airline says we're going to give 5,000. You know, I'll believe it when I see it. It's great discussion right now because they've been so embarrassed by this ridiculous event that took place that was completely, there was no need for this. They weren't even overbooked. I think that's the thing that we have to be focusing on. This wasn't an overbooked flight. This is a fully booked flight, and then they made a discretionary decision. Well, our people that fly with us are more important than this man sitting in this seat, so we're going to pull him out.
So as you say, his lawyer probably has a pretty solid case here. You know, you know this from flying. I want to get your personal opinion on this. We see seat size, knee space, aisle size shrinking. These, it's statistically, it's true. There's a ton of information on this. Isn't this just a precursor to this kind of treatment? Couldn't the clues have been, you know, couldn't we have read the tea leaves? Something like this was going to happen sooner or later with airlines just packing people in like sardines. Didn't it, Manny?
Yeah, it was a good one.
Of course it did. Let's start with deadlines. Tax day. The U.S. is traditionally April 15th this year. We got an extra couple days. Does it even matter? Because still millions are waiting to the last minute. You give them an extra deadline, they're not going to get it done.
April 15th is traditionally tax day. It was on a Saturday.
Aside from this response from the European Commission, did the EU leaders have individual statements? They kind of staying back for a while.
They did. We saw a lot of individual statements. Some of them echoed the same tone as the one from the European Commission. For example, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Foreign Minister Sigmar Gabriel said one saying, these results show that Turkey is very divided right now, and we urge Erdogan and his government to move forward in a very smart way with this referendum. You know, trying to be as diplomatic trying to be as diplomatic as possible. But then a member of her own CDU party said in aid to Turkey now. They just should cut it off. We heard the same thing from Austria as well. So, you know, a lot of different, a wide range of reactions from individual leaders, but the European Commission tried to, you know, be the most respectful.
Let's look at the opposition in Turkey. You know, they expected not to get it through. You know, it's not the voters, it's those who count the votes, right? That's kind of what they're saying right now.
Right. So the opposition reacted very quickly. They're already demanding a recount, and they're going to file formal objections to the results because during the actual voting on Sunday, they were making complaints about the way the votes were being counted. And according to Turkish law, it's illegal to, you know, keep going with the vote and then say that there was a final yes or no. So it's not going to be an easy road ahead for the opposition, and we're going to see a lot of opposition in general to this particular referendum.
A lot of anger that's going to boil over. Thank you very much, Boomba.
Innovation, the answer is empowerment. That's what we should be doing. The Libertarian Party is the only party that's saying we want the individual to stop looking for the magical government to give you something, to stop actually deciding that, hey, we want everyone to be together, we want everyone to go off and do their own thing.
That's all for now for all of us here at Boom Boss. Thanks for watching. See you next time.